A truly fascinating one, Moish. I love this. Federal prosecutors in Boston have charged three crypto companies, Gotbit, ZM Quant, and CLS Global, along with 15 individuals, including executives and employees at those firms, with fraud and market manipulation. These charges stem from an extensive investigation that revealed the use of alleged illegal trading practices. These companies allegedly engaged in wash trading, which we've talked about on Block and Order a lot, a practice where trades are executed without actual market intent. The idea is to juice the price, create a kerfuffle, and you can sell with juice prices. Great. All that's fascinating. That's not why we're talking about it, though.
Not what we're
Moish,
talking about.
the FBI here created its own cryptocurrency and company as part of the investigation called Next Fund AI. The token itself was actually also a security, which is pretty interesting, and they did it to identify, disrupt, and bring these alleged fraudsters to justice. Moish, is that too far? Where does the FBI get off doing that?
Wow. First of all, this is just outstanding. What a case. I'm just blown away.
I'm with you.
The idea
That's
that the
awesome.
FBI is saying, you know what? There's definitely wash trading going on here. There's definitely market manipulation. How do we prove that?
We'll show you.
Yeah, let's launch a token. I mean, this reminds me of I'm thinking of like what's a good film where the undercover detective goes like a little bit too far. I'm thinking like The Departed,
The Departed. Yeah.
Reservoir Dog. Like what else would you go? It's like, oh no, like you actually did the crime and like shot the person or like did the
Yeah.
drugs. Like what's your example? I don't know.
Right. Reservoir Dogs. He
Um,
shot somebody. You're totally right. I forgot about that. You're right.
yeah. So
Wait,
they're launching their own crypto token. This is amazing.
right.
Yeah, it's that's I don't know. Like, can they? I guess we'll find out. Like, should they? Like, I don't
Right.
know.
It
It seems like a little aggressive to then do this and be like, oh, just a joke. It's actually a fake token. But I will say the one thing that did come out of it is there was I saw a chart that was basically communications between the undercover detectives and the market makers saying, all right, now get it up to $1 million in volume, and then you see the chart go boom,
right.
and then it goes back down like, hey, you're
Yeah.
not in a million anymore, and it goes oop, boom. So it does make it really really clear when you have all the communications and the market makers in on it, that like the market looked really manipulated.
It does. Right.
And
And allegedly these employees, I mean, that's the reason why people engage them was to wash trade in order to juice the price. It's just, I mean, the FBI, they created Next Fund AI is a website. It has terms and conditions and privacy policy on it. It looks like a real website. And it's
there's a smart contract that was
yeah.
audited by like a dude on Twitter who's like, oops, I accidentally audited the FBI smart contract.
Right. Hey, imagine being that guy. Good job.
Well, I think he got paid.
You hope. It is the government. They take a long time. Yeah, I mean, look, I mean, if the company was obviously doing this kind of thing, did the FBI actually need to go and create its own token? They couldn't just show that they were doing it with the other existing assets. Why'd they have to go ahead and do that? Did somebody make a killing at the FBI? I don't know. It seems like they went just a hair. They were a little too enthusiastic in the enforcement of their duties. I don't know.
Hey,
Um,
but it's a fun story for Block and Order, so I'm
it's
glad
a
they
fun
did.
story for Block and Order, but very quick PSA for you listeners out there. There are two myths I would like to dispel that nonsense people believe because of movies. And one of them is if you are selling drugs and an undercover cop walks up to you and buys the drugs, that is not entrapment. You were selling drugs. That is not how entrapment works. And secondly, if the undercover cop walks up to you and you ask them if they're a cop, they do not have to tell you they're a cop. That is insane. Think of how dangerous that would be. Movies have convinced people that these things are true, and it drives me bananas.
I will remind our audience that we do not give legal advice, but the cop does not have to tell you the truth.
So stupid. I can't believe people believe that. Thank you. Thank you for indulging me.